In 1988, my wife and I got married. We moved to Big Bear, and I began working in the restaurant industry. And I would come home after working and have pockets full of change. Now, I started putting coins in this back in 88. So it's been many years, and then just recently they started falling out the top. So I'm gonna move this out of here and put a brand new one in here, and now in 2025 we'll start filling up another one. I'd like to weigh this to see how much it weighs. So it's flattening the tires on this thing. Let's see if there's a way we can do this. Maybe put down a couple of shoes on it like this, and then set it on here. I don't know if I can lift this thing. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's saying error. 180 pounds. Holy mackerel. I didn't think it was 180. I thought it might be about 100. That sucker's heavy. I was kind of getting down on myself, thinking like, man, you're weak, bro. But it's 180 pounds. Here's a new one I found on the side of the road, right in this parking lot here when I was dumping tires at the recycling plant. Still had the sealed cap on it and a little bit of water in it, which told me it was fresh off the truck. It fell off the truck. So found a couple coins that fell out of the other one. They'll be the first ones. All right, well, here's to another 37 years. All right, Tom, this is for you, bro. You said make sure you use your Segway. And bro, I use this thing for so much stuff. When I gotta go out to the bin, getting tools, anything I gotta do, walk my dogs. So we're gonna go get some jack stands right now. So here's how we're gonna do it. Whoa, got an obstacle course. We need to raise up the trailer frame so I can start tearing it apart. So we're here to get my faithful jack stands that I've used on all of my trailer projects. Let's get this side up and balance it out. All right, we got her up. She's a little wonky because there's a lot of slope in this concrete. This is where we got to start tearing her apart. The times that I've tried to come out and work on this thing, it is like an oven. You saw I put up a shade device and the wind kept kicking up, and it was just a nightmare. There needs to be a solid structure up here, and that's going to be in the future. Today, what I need to do is I need to get this thing in here. If you remember when I built the other camper, we worked on it mostly inside or just outside, but our house was the opposite direction where the sun was behind us. So the front of the house had a lot of shade. So we could pull the camper out part way and be outside, but in the shade. The sun is always on this side of our house now, not gonna work. So this area I intended to be a working shop with my welders, all my tools, a little workbench here. Of course, it's a little cluttered now. Working in here is better for me. I have better lighting. I've got 240 over there, a swamp cooler in here, which helps when you're welding. You can open this door and it pushes all the stuff out, but there's a lot of clutter. So I'm gonna declutter this right now and get it ready and somehow get the trailer in here. All right, this is turning into an all-day project, you guys. That table's got to go, and then I'm really close. And one of the things I wanted to do, hey baby, was her little kennel. She hangs out with me when I work in here, and her little kennel takes up a ton of room because she likes to hang out. You can see she's all excited. So I took this table and I turned it into a kennel. So let's see if she figures it out. She'll hear the gate. See? Come on. Come on. There you go. That's your spot. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? On inside.
My bad.
Gotta make room. Gotta put this where I can get the trailer past it first.
Ah.
So let's move it. Whoa, way over here.
Dang wind.
All right, so what we're doing is we're clearing everything out to fit this thing in there. So let's finish. All right. Like I said, this has turned out to be an all-day project. Had to put a lot of stuff in the bin and a lot of stuff in the back of my truck for disposal. Just stuff I haven't used. But I think this will be wide enough. So let's get the trailer in here, see what we got left. Problem we're having is they won't fit in here with the vice grips on them. This wheel barely clears right here, and then that wheel there's no way, which actually is kind of a worrisome thing to me because I can't build this thing too wide so that it won't fit out. All right, you guys, throughout this video, I'm gonna update you on the specs. And in that last clip you just saw, I was concerned about the trailer fitting back out of the garage. That axle that came on that trailer had an 82.5-inch wide measurement from mounting surface to mounting surface, meaning where the rims stop once you slide it over the lug nuts onto the trailer. So 82.5, it was really wide because this trailer frame rails are at 60 inches center to center. The spring pads that were on the axle that was welded onto this trailer were 66 inches center to center. So they were 3 inches too wide on each side to mount up vertically with the frame rails. So that's why they just welded the axle itself, the round surface, to the frame rails to ditch it out into the woods where, of course, I found it. Now, when I originally started this project, I ordered was 72-inch mounting surface to mounting surface, so it's already 10 inches narrower, which will make it easier to get out that door, with a 58-inch spring pad center to center. In other words, where your springs rest and then you U-bolt it to the axle. A common size is 58 inches center to center. This trailer is 60 inches center to center. When I came out here to record this video, I was looking up some measurements just to make sure I knew what I was talking about. And the first axle that came up on my Amazon information search is an axle with a 60-inch spring pad center to center, which I looked everywhere for because that's what this trailer really needs. In a future clip that you're gonna see, I actually struggle with how I'm gonna make the 58-inch center to center spring pad axle work. Now I have an axle with springs, U-bolts, and all the mounting hardware that I will use in the future on something. But it just delays my project a little bit more. Just to cover the fear of me not being able to get the trailer out, I will be able to. The new axle that I've recently discovered is 74 inches mounting surface to mounting surface. So it's 8 inches narrower than the one that barely fit in here. So I think we're gonna be okay. And I'm gonna do a spring over, like I said, because I want to run bigger tires and I want it to have clearance for whoever drags this thing out into the woods to camp and ride and do all those things. So let's get back to stripping this frame down. I just kind of pushed those in and I hand carried the thing in here. And it's in here. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for me to start trailer build right here. And today is the day. We're gonna start ripping and tearing, but my life's been a little preoccupied. It was my intention to start this thing about 3 weeks ago and give you guys some content, but I'm out here the night before. All right, the next thing to go are these axles. Like I showed you, they're welded right to the frame. Now they're only welded here. They're not welded on the back over here, and they're not welded underneath. But my grinder will not fit in here. Let's look at the other one. My grinder will fit in here on this side. So maybe if I grind this first and this drops, it'll weaken that side. If not, I gotta bust out the plasma cutter. So let's grind this side off and see what happens. So grinding that side off and using my 5-foot pry bar, that sucker fell quick. I think I'm just gonna try to wiggle. I can't get anything in there. I'm gonna try to wiggle it up and down and break this side off. Someone doesn't know how to weld, that's for sure. All right, somehow my time lapse quit working. Maybe it's too hot or something, but I got this whole rail all the way down, taken apart, and let's just drop it. And I'm gonna continue detaching it all the way around. Then I gotta go back around and clean up all this residue. This is the best part, the grinding and the cutting. So I don't know what happened. I'll time lapse the rest of this. Hopefully it doesn't quit again.
Well, the old owner, Larry, he's retired, and so is Russ. Russ comes up to the office, lives in San Diego. Larry lives in Utah, but I visited, we came like about a month ago and visited.
Oops, caught my finger. What you just witnessed tearing this apart is about a 3-hour period, but I won't waste your 3 hours. Let's get this big chunk out of here. I got to get all this bracketry off, all this horseshoe madness, all the way down here, whatever this was, more horseshoe madness, more bracketry, more horseshoe madness, and then all the way down. I want to keep this lip here, but when you're building a camper, you want the wall to come all the way down, just past this joint. You don't want the wall to go inside, because then water can get in here. Water's always the enemy. So if I'm going to keep this, I need to build up the floor high enough to where when I put the wall here, it's over this lip. But I might cut this angle out. We'll see. All right, guys, well, that doesn't help. I double checked this order, triple checked the order, make sure I ordered the right amount. I got one leaf spring and I need two. I'm gonna go order another one. It's gonna be a few days. I specifically took today off so I could get the axle under this thing and get it out of here and continue the grinding outside because it was making so much dust and metal shavings in my whole garage. So fortunately for this frame is way beefier than the 4x8 camper frame. I mean, it's real steel. I can't even lift this thing. The 4x8 camper, I was able to lift it and flip it over with the axle and tires on it. This, there's absolutely no way. So at least I know it's strong. All right, that's gonna do it for this second video of this trailer trash build series. Remember, I'm gonna be giving this thing away. I'm not gonna be giving away a piece of junk. I'm not gonna be giving away something that's thrown together and just mismash garbage like these trailers. I'm gonna be giving away something that's pretty killer. I'm gonna spend a lot of time doing it right and making it an awesome trailer for somebody. If you think you'd like to own something like this, all you need to do is hit the subscribe button and then leave a comment in any of the Trailer Trash series videos. Since I started this a couple months ago, I've gained, I think, like 56 subscribers, which is the most I've gained in like 5 years. But I am having a lot of fun, getting a lot of cool people commenting. If you have any questions about the trailer, any suggestions, because there's lots of debate, siding, interior, color, accessories. Yeah, throw your comment in there, and then that'll automatically enter you in to win this thing when I'm done with this thing in the summer. So I think all of the craziness has calmed down that we've dealt with in the last few months, and I can focus on getting this thing going. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah, Elon's at it again.
Like and subscribe.